Alright, time for a little trial we're doing today. We're going to do a live reaction video of this is Sao Paulo Grand Prix. Here we go. The grid is set, except for Sonoda. Mercedes 1 and 2, Red Bull 3 and 4. And we are racing. Good start, George.
Russell gets away very cleanly though, and he's already got Lewis Hamilton behind him, with Sergio Perez tying down the inside, with Lando Norris.
Oh, the Red Bull's nearly touched. Russell, huge gap already over Hamilton. A little bit of squabbling in the background. So it's Russell, Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, Norris. Is that Leclerc in behind?
And Ferrari, of course, on the medium compound tires didn't get away so well. So now they've got the McLaren ahead of them. They want to be dispatching that as quickly as they can. If
Absolutely.
They can. Perfect getaway for both Mercedes.
Here's Ricardo on the inside of Magnussen. Oh, they touched! Magnussen going, oh no! Ricardo's round! Already that's a safety car. Oh, now. That's disappointment for Magnussen. Pole in the sprint, gets a point in the sprint, gets tagged, and he's already out of the race after 7 corners. Alrighty, here we go, restart time. Long run from turn 12 to the first corner. Long straight. If you go too early, you're going to be vulnerable into turn 1. See, George is still trying to get the tyres up to temperature, still weaving. He's waiting. Now he goes. I tell you what, Verstappen's got a good start on Hamilton. Hamilton's got to defend. Perez is looking. Verstappen goes around the outside. He'll have the inside. But for touch, there's contact! They touched again! Hamilton and Verstappen have touched again! Not the first time these two have touched in the last couple of years. Is there damage to either car? Oh, Lando's a little wide. Leclerc should get the move. Oh no, there's contact! There's contact between Leclerc and Norris. Leclerc's out of the race as well. Oh, that's going to be another safety car. Leclerc's out of the race as well. Unbelievable. What a start. We haven't even had 2 racing laps. Green flag. Did Leclerc manage to get up and running again? He must have, because there's no safety car. There's green flags in the second sector. Boxing to change a front wing, guaranteed for Verstappen. She whiz.
From what we can see, it doesn't look a massive on TV pictures. Pace does look good though.
There was contact on the right side of not Verstappen, Hamilton. I can't see any damage from what I'm seeing, or what any of us would be seeing. So I think Hamilton is good to keep going. He's got DRS of his old rival Sebastian Vettel. Is he close enough? No, not quite.
And there is a time penalty, a 5-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for causing a collision. Do you want to discuss that?
He was given no space. Verstappen's on the outside at turn 1. He's got the inside for turn 2. I still think that Verstappen should be given a bit of space, even though it is very tight. He's got half a car's width up the inside of Lewis. I'm not sure. And a 5-second penalty for Norris as well. 5-second penalty for Lando as well. I'm not surprised about that. I knew that was going to be a penalty. Hamilton looks a lot closer to Sebastian now. Surely he'll have a look this time. Instead doesn't even fight that. He might even get Lando into turn 4 if he's close enough. It looks close enough.
Who they're favouring most in that particular battle. Now, Lando Norris has got a bit of trouble because Lewis Hamilton is getting...
Here comes Lewis. No, not close enough.
Norris stays ahead.
You've been given a 5-second time penalty for the collision at turn 1.
And where did they expect me to go? He just goes to the me. But that's another...
Yeah, we'll move on.
I'm assuming they expected him to back off a little bit, but that's very difficult
Maybe.
in that moment.
I'll stand by what
But
I said.
the problem is because you don't have a lot of time to react if you are side by side between 1 and 2. So once you're side by side, you either stay committed or you got to back out at the last second. But at the same time, there's always going to be contact either way. So it really depends on how you look at it. But I feel like Verstappen was squeezed a little. Hamilton thought he gave him some space. And look, he wasn't going to make the apex anyway, so he's definitely trying to leave some space. I guess it depends on how you look at it. Up the inside, Perez now on Bottas. There's no contact. Good, clean racing. Does Perez have more grip to stay around the outside? He does. He might even get past Lando in a second. Hamilton's sub was about a second slower than Checo's, but because Checo was stuck behind Bottas, how much does that cost him? And Lando's into the pit lane. Checo does still get a little bit of DRS. Where's George? He's already made his exit out of the pits. There he is. So he's comfortably ahead of Max, but is he ahead of the Aston Martin? Oh no, it doesn't. Just stays ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Oh wait, Verstappen had his 5-second penalty. That's for the race for the 5-second stop. For the 10-second stop, I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, right, yeah, that's why. That's why the extra 5 seconds. Here we go, pit stop time here at Ferrari. Who is it? Carlos Sainz.
But then somebody very quickly asked him to stop.
I think that was a set of mediums that was going off for Carlos. Lap 37? Was it softs or mediums? It's mediums. Is it? I can't even tell. Oh no, it is mediums.
Yeah, they're sort of...
So just over halfway. Carlos should be able to take that to the end. If he went... Is that his first stop though? I think it is. 7, 8 lap fresher tyres than Lewis, but he's a long way behind. He's like 10 seconds behind. Here's Leclerc, he's got a great run off of Gasly. We'll have the rear wing open. Nice gap in the back, and he should sail past Pierre Gasly, and he does. And that's Alonso coming out of the pits, and now Mercedes are getting ready for who? I think it's Lewis. It is Lewis. Soft tyres for Lewis.
Even though he went longer in his first stint, he now pits before George Russell.
Box, lap adjust. My tyres are good, box.
Oh, confusion at Mercedes. Hamilton wanted to stay out. They wanted to make sure that they stay ahead of Checo, so I can see why. So he's behind Carlos, but he's going to be ahead of Checo. There's Checo, there's Lewis coming out, because there's Checo coming out of turn 3.
Because if Hamilton had pitted, then Perez would have been ahead of him.
Yeah, no, the pit one's got overruled. They've got so much more knowledge than you.
There's a scrub set of Lewis. 6 lap old soft tyres. And Verstappen's into the pits again. Brad spanking new softs for Max. They're going to need a safety car if they're going to get points here.
They need to get a decent view on the infield as well, because apparently he's still not returned to the paddock.
I meant to say at the time he needs to cross the track when he gets a chance, because you're marooned in the middle there. There's no way out of there.
Is that why Fernando Alonso had the deck chair that time?
Oh no!
Has come to a stop.
Lando's come to a stop.
It is McLaren. Through goes the leader, George Russell.
Lost power.
We talked about
for Lando Norris.
You've got to put people out to get
That's in a pretty bad spot. This might be a safety car.
1 eternity later.
Still local yellows for now. The leaders have already gone by.
as Bottas and Leclerc
Lando's getting out of the car. You've got to throw a VSC or a full safety car by now.
Until they're under some kind of
VSC.
virtual safety car or safety car. Yeah, of course,
Gee, that took a little while. So lap cars now unlucky themselves.
Couldn't agree more. It's fantastic what they do. And if
What's going on here
it wasn't
between...
for those people, we would
Latifi's just passed Sonoda under yellows. They're both a lap down. So what's going on there?
Hamilton against Perez.
He's going to want to win this race from Russell.
2 seconds.
Fernando behind has a tyre advantage on us. Let's not focus on him. Let's make sure we concentrate on beating Vettel eventually. Let's make sure we let through nice and cleanly, please.
Oh, that's a team
And you
order.
can confirm that.
Team orders.
Let me race at the moment I will, once the situation is settled a bit more. But we can lose everything now also at the restart.
Esteban, I don't want you fighting with Fernando. Is that understood?
I need to pass Vettel. Now, I won't fight Fernando.
That's fine. You can pass Vettel. I do not want you fighting Fernando, as long as that's clear.
Safety car's ended, but Sonoda hasn't unlapped himself.
He's trying to unlap himself there, and that's why he had I'm sorry.
Sonoda, what's he doing? He's right, yeah, he half unlapped himself.
Sonoda's trying to unlap himself, but he hasn't.
And Josh Peckett, the race engineer, trying to plead
So that's
to do what the team wanted to do. On the face
So
of that,
Sonoda can't unlap himself now, because there's no green light on the safety car.
All the way down.
Here we go, the safety car now back into the pits. Here we go. George is still waiting. Lewis can't go alongside. He doesn't. That's all good. Now George goes. Here we go for a sprint to the finish. And there's Sonoda getting out of the way of everyone else. Perez, oh, Bottas locks up. Oh, I think Vettel nearly ran straight into the back. Good restart from George. He's already got a little gap over Hamilton. Sainz and Perez are going side by side. Oh, did they touch? They were very close to touching. Both Alpines are already past Sebastian Vettel. I wonder what's going to happen with team orders now. Alonso's ahead of Ocon now. So what's going to happen now? Is Fernando going to have a look at Bottas? I don't think he's close enough. Sainz! A look at the inside. He's not far enough up the inside. They've got a nice one out of 2. Oh, they're side by side. Oh, gee, they touched. Gee whiz, I think they touched. Going around turn 3. There's Bottas defending from Alonso. Does Alonso get up there? There's an overlap. Yep, they're side by side now. On the run up to turn 6. Fernando gets around the outside. What a move on Fernando.
Yeah, very brave.
And now you've got Verstappen behind Ocon and Bottas. Not the first time Verstappen and Ocon have had clash here in Interlagos. Replay of what happened to Max, or what happened with Max. Gets a nice run on Ocon, and he's going to get past Bottas. 2 for the price of 1 at turn 1. How good was that? Leclerc gets past Perez, and was also to be expected because Perez is still on those mediums. And expect Alonso to get past as well.
He didn't go for it, but
Hamilton's still outside of 1 second. What's going to happen here, turn 1? Oh, gee! Perez really defending. But once you defend a turn 1, you're going to be a goner come turn 4 because you're going to be compromised through 2 and 3. So now Perez defends, he leaves the door open for Alonso, and Alonso gets past before the braking zone for 4.
The battle for the runners up spot.
Okay, Max, go and take some points off Alonso and Leclerc, please.
In other words, you're
Free
to
to
pass
race.
your teammates.
So here he goes.
So here goes Max, up the inside. Perez is not going to fight.
Perez fights it with one hand tied behind his back a little bit. He wasn't going to put up too much defence, and this might be the best.
So now, if Max gets past Leclerc and Alonso,
Yeah, what sort of paces does he need then?
it's going to help Checo, but if he can't get past either of them, I think he'll have to give Checo back to play, so he's at least ahead
The Red Bull in those early
of Leclerc.
stages.
We'll put back on the Charles Leclerc. There is Pierre Gasly and Mick Schumacher swapping,
Ooh,
rubbing
gee, they nearly touched.
as they go through turn 2. Nice move.
Oh, they did touch.
Bit of a
They
front
did
wing
touch.
end plate disappearing
Schumacher and Gasly.
Beautiful start.
Please think about this ownership. Reporting.
You can't take that.
You can't take that
teammate
podium
off.
off of Carlos.
So,
Leclerc's
every
4
start,
seconds behind
every restart,
his
thinking
teammate.
about it. And
Why
now
would
this
they
big
take
fight
Carlos
in
off the
with
podium?
Hamilton.
We believe it's too risky. Good choke.
Exactly. They think it's too risky.
Argument with Ferrari, but there is no argument. I think Martin Russell.
But Max is within DRS threat of Alonso. Is he going to get to him though? I think. And he's 3 seconds.
Max, if we don't pass Fernando on the exit 12, can we let Checo through, please? Let Checo back through.
Team orders. Could be a drama across the line, but Russell wins. Fair play, George. So what's going to happen? Leclerc and Verstappen doesn't let Checo through. Oh, oh no. Oh, gee whiz. Ferrari and Red Bull team order. Team orders. Oh boy. What's going to happen during the debrief tonight? Fair play, George Russell. Well done. Finally, his first win.
Well deserved.
Max, let Checo through, please. Max, what happened?
I told you already last time, you guys turned to ask that again to me. Okay? Are we clear about that? I gave my reasons, and I stand by it.
Wow.
Now, that's
a powerful statement.
His race engineer, Max, going against the team
Gee
pushes.
whiz.
And we've discussed that already. I'm sure we'll discuss
So
it
now
more
Leclerc
after the
is
race.
ahead of Perez. Tied on points though, but because Leclerc has won more races than Perez, it makes sense. 290 points, Leclerc 290 points, Perez.
Powerful radio message.
George can still get second in the championship if he wins with the fastest lap.
I call the shots.
Now, whether that is the case or not, I don't know, but certainly Max feels. As George Russell celebrates,
First win feels for Russell.
Verstappen 6th and Perez 7th. Ocon 8th, then Bottas and Stroll, who got his teammate Sebastian Vettel.
Finally, Mercedes get a win in 2022.
Verstappen refused to hand the place back to
Their car has not been competitive all year,
Do not ask me again. I gave
but
you
at the
my reasons.
back end of the year, they've got a car that can fight Verstappen at the very least. Now they get their first win via George Russell. And does this lead? Is this something to look forward to in 2023?